Hello, Hilltop! Thanks for clicking on the next tile in our terrific Tuesday PE lesson this week. As I mentioned in the last video, we've had those downloadable items for you, these materials. I printed out both of them, but again, if you don't have a printer, that's okay. You can still look back and reference these at a later date, or follow along with me right now and we're going to go through them. These are some child yoga poses. So yoga is another way to increase your flexibility through stretching, and it also focuses a lot on your breathing. So you'll hear me reminding you to take deep, calming breaths throughout this activity while we're doing our yoga stretches. Some of them have pretty funny names too. So you can have some music going, or you can just listen to the directions. But this is more of a calming activity. It helps us relax and get our bodies ready to move on with our day. Do we think we're ready to start? Let's do it! Now, I'm going to be using a mat because just like the last video, there'll be some spots where you're laying down or you're kneeling on the floor. So try to find a nice soft spot for this activity, either in the grass or on the carpet, or maybe you have a mat at home as well. So pause the video if you need to have some time to find some open space. If not, let's get going. Here we go. Our first one is called Beginning. So I'm going to be learning these two with you. So what looks like what I'm going to do is have my feet open. Show me feet open. Good. My toes, they're pointing outward a little bit. Kind of like that frog jump we practiced before. And it looks like I've got my hands up and ready. Show me this exact pose. I didn't pause the video, I'm just holding this stretch, this pose right now. It looks like, yes, I am beginning. I am ready to get started. If I need to move one way or the other, I'm ready. Let's try. Maybe I'll go this way. Side step. Maybe I'll go this way. Side step. Nice. And back to the middle. You did it. Huh, that was easy. Next one. Ooh, the cat. What does a cat sound like? Meow. Meow. This one, it looks like we kneel on the mat, knees together, hands together, and I try to round my back. Have you ever seen a cat hiss before? If you get too close to a cat's personal space, they might say, leave me alone. Now we want to remember to breathe. Let's take 3 deep breaths. In through your nose, and out through your mouth. In, out. Last one, in and out. Nice. Wow. I do feel relaxed. I'm going to calmly stand up. And we know this next one. It's called chair. Remember our squats where we pretend to sit, stand back up? This one we're going to pretend to sit. See if you can hold it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and calmly stand back up. Do we remember to breathe? That's important. Each time we breathe, we're helping bring oxygen to the blood in our body, and that's what helps make our muscles move. So we want to remember to always breathe. Okay, the next one is similar to cat, but it's called child. Knees on the ground, together. My hands are going to go all the way out in front, and I'm going to bring my head down like I'm taking a nap. So I'm going to try to stretch these arms forward, keep my head down and tucked, and let's breathe. In and out through the mouth. In through your nose, out through your mouth. One more time. In and out. Wow. That one felt good. Stretches out your back and your shoulders and your legs. Well, friends, that's 1 page already that we did. Keep up the good work here. Ah, this one's scary. It's called the cobra. Now, cobra, you can stay down on the floor on your knees like this, I'm going to walk my hands forward. And then I'm going to lay the lower part of my body down, but I keep the upper part of my body straight up and down. So my tummy and my chest and my arms and shoulders and head are pointing upward like this. I call this the cobra. Now remember to breathe and out the mouth. In through your nose and out through your mouth. One more in and out. Excellent. Now we're going to stay down here. They call this one the cow, or it's almost like how your dog or your cat at home stands. Wag a tail. Now this one, I've got my back rounded like this. I want to try to push my back or my tummy or my belly button towards the floor. So see, I got a rounded back, and now I'm flattening it. Rounded back like our cat pose, but you want to flatten your back like the cow pose. Stretching your back out a little bit. Let's breathe. Good. Now maybe walk around. Puppy in a new room. Puppy in a new room. Puppy in a new room. Good. And we're standing. This next one I know you're going to be good at because we've tried it before during our dynamic stretches. Remember how we cross the midline, meaning you use one part of your body on one side and one part of your body on the other? So we're going to cross over. I'm going to get my arm flexed because we're going to go elbow to opposite knee. They're calling this the cross crawl. Touch. If I lose my balance, put your feet back down. Touch. See if you can touch the opposite leg. So not so much the same, not the same side, opposite side. Good. And now let's try 3 on this side. Touch. 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 If you notice, I've got my hand on my head, but I'm not using my hand to pull my head down. I'm just keeping my hand there to help my elbow stay in place. So we don't want to yank down on our head. That could hurt our neck. Our hand is just there to help our elbow stay bent. See that? Good. Already moving on to page 3. This group is doing amazing today. We know this one, the crisscross. So I'm going to sit on my bottom. And now this is a healthy way for our bodies to sit. We sit with our legs crisscrossed in front of our body, so one foot crosses in front of the other. Our knees should be pointing out. And this is a good way for our body to sit. And we're just going to take a moment and breathe. You can put your hands on your elbows. Some people like to hold their hands out to the side. Some like to put them on the floor in front. Let's do 3 deep breaths. Breathe in with your nose, out through your mouth. 1. 2. And 3. Nice job. I really like these deep breathing ones. It gives you an opportunity to relax your body a little bit and refocus your mind. Our next pose we're going to do on the mat, and it kind of looks like the push-ups I showed you. Remember push-ups like this with a flat back? This time we don't want them flat. We're going to call this the down dog. So you try to get your bottom way up in the air, and I do that by walking my hands closer to my feet, and I'm going to hold it here. Let's count to 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good. I'm going to bring it back down to my knees so I can safely lift a leg and stand. Next is called the goddess. This one's a little silly. Toes are pointing out. Feet are open. I'm going to bend my knees so my knees go outward. See that? How they're pointing out, just like my feet. And then I'm going to hold my hands upside down like, I don't know, my brother's the one that ate the last cookies, not me. I don't know. This is called the goddess. So a slight bend in those knees. Let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And we're standing back up. Nice. Now this one's the opposite. Toes in, knees in, hands in. This one they're calling the knobby knees. Boing, boing, boing. Can you bounce your knees into each other just softly? Boing, 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 boing. See if we can hold it. Deep breaths. 3 of them. 1, 2, 3. Good. And we're back standing. Already moving on to the next page. Oh, we know this one. We all know how to laugh. This one we take our close a fist in each hand, gently put those together, and what you're going to do is kind of gently press in on the bottom of your tummy, and you'll see you can kind of bring your upper chest out. And I want you to try to do a deep laugh. Oh, oh, oh. Oh, oh, oh. So I've got my upper chest up, trying to gently push in on my tummy. Oh, oh, oh. Really try to broad or open those shoulders up. Helps you breathe big, deep breaths. Into the nose. Out through the mouth. Good. That was a nice one. Limp noodle. This one seems a little silly for me. It looks like we just lay on our back and maybe do a little floppy floppy. I'm like floppy floppy, like I'm cooking in a pan. Floppy floppy. That one was a little silly. Now they're calling these logs. Remember when I call them banana bends or our curl-ups? We're going to start out with one where you're just laying flat and you try to reach your arms as far as you can one way and your feet the other way. Try to stretch your body out as far as you can. And hold that stretch. Hold it, hold it. Remember to breathe. Good. Relax your body. Now we're going to try that banana bend and try to hold it. Ready? We're going to bend and now hold. Let's count to 10. Remember to breathe. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Wow, that was a challenging one. Good thing we're all so strong. Excellent. Okay, some of these are getting pretty silly now. They call this one the nose. Pointer fingers. Bring them in. See if you can touch each side of your nose.
Hello, can you hear me now? They can't understand me.
Now they can understand me. Remember, we need our nose to breathe, so we don't want to pinch off the air to our nose. See if you can hold your arms up like that. Nice. And let's relax them. Now there's another one on there where we put your hands on your mouth, but I don't really know about all those germs. We've been touching the floor, we've been touching the mat. I'm not so sure we should put our hands on our mouth until we wash them. So we're going to skip that one for right now. Ooh, the owl, one of my favorite animals. Hands together, arms out to the side. Remember we had those nice straight arms? The only thing that's different is we're going to fold our wrists downward. So now your fingers should be pointing down. The owl. Maybe try some dips with the owl. Dip. So bending to the side, side bends. Good. The owl. Can your owl balance on one leg? Oh, nice. Can your owl balance on the other leg? Very good. Can you try hopping and balancing as the owl? Whoa, now we're getting complicated here. And switch. Whoa, back and forth. And pause. Nicely done. So that was the owl, and if you're looking at your paper, the owl too, because we bent side to side. Great job. Let's see what we've got next. The plank. Plank is just like our push-up position, except we don't move from here. You just hold your back nice and flat. Toes are on the floor. See my toes on the mat? Hands on the mat. And that's the only thing that's touching. Try to hold yourself up. Let's do 3 deep breaths. Great job. And down to our knees. Now this one, we're going to sit our bottom back onto the backs of our feet. So this is like a stretch in its own. For some friends, this is a little hard to sit your bottom all the way down on your feet like that. So if you need to, you can be propped up a little higher. Hands on your knees. They call this one the rock. So try to calmly and slowly bring your bottom down to your feet. Good. Remember to breathe. Nice. This one, I call this one watching TV. Lay on your tummy, elbows are on the floor, and you're holding your head and your shoulders and your chest up off of the ground like you were watching TV. Yay! Disney's on. But we don't spend too much time watching TV, right? Just a little bit. TV is good, but we don't want to spend too much time sitting or laying and watching TV. We've got our bodies made to move, so let's move them. Nice job with the Sphinx, they call that one. Next is tall mountain, feet together, toes pointing out. So this one you really got to work on your balance because your feet aren't very spread. Arms straight up above, and try to put your hands together and then reach without leaving your feet, or keep your feet flat on the floor and reach up with your shoulders and your arms. Try to get those hands all the way up. Reach, reach, reach. Remember to breathe. And relax. Good. They call that the tall mountain. Friends, I think we're on our last page here. Oh, this one looks easy. It's called the tree. You just stand like this. I think we can move on from that one. Now the tree, too, is a little more challenging. You're going to balance on one foot. I'm going to take the bottom of my foot, get a little closer so you can see me, and I'm going to put it on the inside of my other knee. Whoa. I'll give you a moment to try that. Let me back up a little bit. So balance on one foot, take the bottom of my other foot and put it on the inside of my knee. And then, put your hands together above your head. See if we can hold this pose. Let's breathe in through the nose, out through the mouth. Good. Let's switch. What we do with one side, we want to do with the other. And breathe. Excellent. All right, friends. Last couple are the up dog, which is very similar, except we keep our whole body off of the mat except our toes and our hands, but we have that big bend in our back. So remember, a push-up or a plank, you keep your back straight. We did the down dog where your back is built up. And the up dog is where your back is curved down and you point your head up. Hold it a few more seconds and calmly take a break. Nice job. All right, friends, those were our yoga stretches and our activities that you'll see on your September DEAM calendar. Remember, DEAM stands for drop everything and move. But I want you to drop everything and move as long as you're finished with your other schoolwork. So we still have to work hard in our other classes too, but make sure you make time to stay fit for PE. We'll see you all next time, and go Hawks. Bye, everybody.